23. I'm your spiritual fitness coach, NASM certified personal training coach. And today I'm going to be leading you into a stability core exercises. So all you will be needing is a bottle of water, a mat, maybe a towel if you get sweaty. We won't be getting that sweaty today. And we're gonna get started. So we're gonna start with our warm up today, going into a walkout. Coming to the edge of your mat here, you're gonna be narrow underneath those hips. You're gonna hinge at the hips flat back, hands are gonna meet the ground, and you're gonna gently walk it out into a plank position, feeling that core activate, taking those hips down and walking it back up. We're gonna do about 10 of these just to get the body warmed up, the blood flowing to the muscles, the joints warmed up. And take your arms above the head if you want to stretch at the top of it. Hi, Dayna. We're about halfway through. Watch it, Dayna. All right, if you're here, we're gonna go ahead and take it down to the knees, tabletop position. So I want those shoulders over those wrists, those hips over those knees, nice tabletop position. In that bird dog, we're gonna take opposing arm to leg. So right arm comes up, left leg comes up. Palms are gonna be facing in towards the body. We're gonna come up, big squeeze, big reach. Now when we're up here, I want you to hold it for a couple of seconds. You're gonna really feel that balance challenge there. Okay, now. And then we're gonna pulse it up for 5. Coming through the glutes and the back muscles. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Taking it down, switching sides. Take left arm up, right leg up. Hold and squeeze. Fingers are nice and spread. Palms are in towards the body. Squeezing through that core to help you stabilize. You might feel kind of wobbly here. Dayna. And we're gonna pulse for 5, squeezing through the glutes and the back muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it down, recentering, switching sides. So right arm comes up, left leg comes up. Find that stability. Take the belly button in towards the spine. Right arm comes up, left leg comes up. Hold and squeeze. Foot is flexed, so it means it's pointed, toes are pointed towards the ground. Fingers are nice and spread. Neck is aligned with the spine. We're really reaching here. We're gonna pulse up for 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down, recenter, switch sides. Holding it here, squeezing, really reaching. Finding those hips, trying to stack them so they're even. We're not taking this hip over here. We've got it nice and parallel towards the ground. We're gonna go up for 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down. One more round of these. Can recenter if you need to. Tabletop position. Right arm comes up, left leg comes up. We're gonna hold it there. Remember, really squeeze through, really reach. Remember, we're not looking up either. I want that neck aligned with the spine so the gaze is down towards the ground. Using the core to stabilize, hips are even. We're gonna go up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down, recentering, switching sides. Left side comes up, palms are facing in towards the body. Don't forget that foot is flexed. Holding and squeezing. Find those hips nice and even. Going up for 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it down, rolling up the shoulders. Next move we're going to go into, if you've never tried this before, is going to be a quad plank. So we're going to take a tabletop position. We're going to be really, really challenging ourselves today on this balance, this stabilization. When I talk about stabilization too, right, is how can we find our center of gravity? How can we ground ourselves in an uneven or a variable setting? For instance, maybe you're on a hike and you lose your balance a little bit, you trip, right? We're able to find the stability and activate those core muscles, those ankle muscles, all of that stuff because we've worked on this. So these exercises are really important for those types of situations in life. All right, so shoulders come over wrists. Hi, Dayna. Hips come over knees. Now this one, we're gonna be taking the knees off the ground, all right? So you're gonna be on the balls and toes of your feet and on the palms of your hands. So let me demonstrate. We're gonna come up here. I got my tabletop position. I'm gonna take my knees so my shins are parallel with the ground and I'm hovering above and I'm holding here. So we're gonna be doing that. Now, with this one, it's gonna be important there that you kind of, you wanna use these back muscles to help push you up. So you're gonna be pushing yourself away from the ground, almost like turning the ground like you're opening a jar away from yourself to activate those back muscles a little bit and making sure those knees are up around the ground, all right? So take that position with me. This one might really challenge you. Anytime you need to tap those knees down, you can, but I want you to come right back up. We're gonna be holding it for 30 seconds. 3, 2, and 1, taking it up. You're gonna feel that core kick in. Find your breath. You might start shaking. Keep going. Neck is aligned with that spine. Really push through the ground, push away, stabilize through the core. 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back down. Maybe roll out your wrist in between. We're gonna do 2 more rounds of that. All right, coming back down. So really spreading out those fingers and then placing your weight on the meaty part of your hands. We don't wanna push them too much towards the fingers. Wanna make sure, right, that meaty part where the thumb is and the pointer finger are is getting most of the weight there. Here we go, taking it up, finding that tabletop position. 3, 2, and 1. Lift up those knees, those shins become parallel with the ground. Slightly push yourself away through the hands. Hold that core. Find your breath. Halfway. Ooh, shaking. Going for 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. You might even feel that one a little bit in the legs and the hip flexors. You're gonna feel it in the arm. That's actually gonna be more of a full body one. But we're really using that core to help keep us up. So even though we feel those other parts kicking in, right, because maybe our core is not as strong, we're just gonna really focus our intention and our energy into that area. We have 1 more round here. Taking a big inhale, releasing, setting yourself up. Remember our intention for movement, and then going back into it. Last round. Take that tabletop position. Deep breath, set yourself up. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Taking it up. Turning out those arms just a tad. Taking those knees up. Tap and go if you need to, but push right back up. Dayna. Halfway. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Taking it down. Stretching out the wrists, coming forward a little bit. Hands are still on the ground. flipping them over so that the front side is on the ground, coming back, leaning back, gentle stretch there. Find that little stretch in the wrist. Let's roll it out. All right, next one we're gonna be going to is one of my favorites. It's gonna be a little bit tough, but I want you to try. And whenever you need to take a break, you can always take a break, but always reshift. All right, realign your mindset and then hop right back into it, because it's gonna take those little consistent steps in order for you to get good at it. This one we're gonna be doing a plank shift. I'm actually gonna take my mat back, because this one's kind of spongy and I like a flat surface. So we're gonna be taking a high plank position, shoulders over wrists, taking the feet out, holding that plank, and we're gonna shift it forward. So pushing through our feet, shifting our shoulders slightly above those wrists, and shifting back. So we're using our feet to push forward, and we're coming back. We're gonna do 10 of those. It's gonna really get it in here. Ooh. We're gonna be pushing through the breath. You're gonna take a break when you need to. We're gonna do 3 rounds of 10. Dayna, are you gonna be a part of this the whole time? Okay, take that position, high plank. Here we go. And if you needed to on the knees, you could take that knee plank, right? You can come forward. You can take a little bend in those elbows, and you're gonna come back. But let's aim for that high plank. 3, 2, and 1. We're going for 10. Coming forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Taking it down. So for that one, we're using our feet to push us forward, coming back. You might have a little bend in the knee too, but try to keep the knees straight if possible. Setting ourselves up again. Cat's attacking the tree. Taking that high plank position. Let's go in 3, 2, and 1. Coming forward, shifting with feet, pulling yourself back on the balls of the feet, shifting onto the toes, coming back onto the balls of the feet. Using that core to stabilize. We got 3 more. Ooh, last one. Taking it down. So for these ones, again, you're gonna feel that upper body. If you haven't really worked out upper body for a while, definitely giving those wrists a nice exercise too. So if you feel it somewhere else, we're just gonna roll it out. Roll out your shoulder and let it take some time to get that core activated. Last one of these. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Take it up, shift it forward. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, halfway, 6, and take it. Moving on to our side planks. A couple variations for the side plank. We can come onto our forearms here, Dayna, so that our shoulders are stacked over. You can give yourself a little kickstand, so that means that the ground, Dayna, watch out, go, go. That means that the leg that is on the ground is gonna come back. So you got that nice bend there, a little triangle. You're gonna push your hips up, and you're gonna push those obliques out, squeezing through the core here and holding. That's one variation. Another variation we can do is gonna be feet fully out. This one, I'm gonna demonstrate, it's gonna be sad, but that's okay, because guess what? Just because I'm a trainer, I'm still working on some things. Not everything I'm great at. So we're gonna push up. Woo. So bottom foot, you can even kickstand a little bit. So one foot is behind the other, holding. Oh, that one's a burner. I actually want to challenge myself for that one. Last but not least, coming into a full extension on the arm. You can either come into a kickstand here, using this leg, pushing through. You can come full extension, pushing out. Nope, nope, not gonna do that one. You get the gist, huh? Here we go, taking your position. Challenging yourself, we're gonna hold. We're gonna hold for as long as we can. It might get messy, there might be some tears, but I want you to push through with me. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up those hips, kickstand those legs, shoulders over those elbows. Big breath. Hold it out, hold it out. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, coming down. We're gonna switch sides, even it out, give the other arm a break. Coming onto opposite arm, same position. Finding that stability, shoulder over that elbow. Leg extended, leg kickstand, wherever you're at is okay. Find a position that is challenging and works for you. I find any position in the side plank is challenging, honestly. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Holding for as long as we can. Take that kickstand, straighten out those legs. Shift that weight over that elbow. Take those hips up, away from the ground. We're gonna feel those shakes come in, breathe through it. Push a little bit harder. Going for 3, 2, and 1, taking it down. All right, who's done with side planks? I am. No, I'm just kidding. That was only the first round. So we're gonna aim for that place of growth and challenge. We're gonna go for 2 more rounds. Again, taking that position. If you wanna do that kickstand where that leg is here in that nice triangle and you're pushing up that way too, maybe this one is a good one for you. Maybe your arm's pushing actually away from the body. That feels better on the wrist and you're holding it here. So I've got my fingers pointed away from the body on this one. I'm pushing my hips up and forward, pushing my hips away from the ground. I'm still feeling that oblique activate here. I've got a nice kickstand in that bottom leg, so my knee is bent and behind me, this leg's fully extended. I'm actually gonna do the next round like this. All right, so if anytime you need to change your position, and it's not always being in the place that's most challenging. Like if you're shaking and you feel like your form is not good, we don't want to be there. I would rather have you be in a position that is a little bit more stabilizing, but you're still feeling activation. It may be on a scale of difficulty, maybe about a 6 or a 7, but I'd rather have you there than in a more advanced position at a 10, where you're like, you know, and then it's just, you're not hitting the right areas of the body, you're overcompensating. So that being said, I'm gonna honor that. First round, I challenge myself. Second round, I'm gonna take something more stable, but I'm still gonna be challenged. So we're gonna take it up in 3, 2, and 1. Finding that hand position that works for you, pushing yourself up, squeezing, pushing those hips slightly forward, little activation in the glutes. I got my core, my upper torso is nicely elongated. I'm feeling this oblique kick in right now. We're gonna hold it here. Fingers are pointed away towards the body. I got most of my weight and a little bit of an angle here going onto that meaty part of my hand, right underneath my thumb. Now this one feels good. I could probably hold this for a little bit longer, so I'm going to. Always looking for the position that feels most empowering in your body, where you're gonna get the activations, right? But you're not gonna overcompensate anywhere. 3, 2, and 1. Take it down, switch sides. So taking that kickstand position, nice bend in that knee. I'm gonna have my hand pointed away from the body, fingertips are away from the body here, slight angle, so I'm not directly shifted over. I'm gonna have a little bit of an angle here. This leg's going fully out. I'm gonna push up in 3, 2, and 1, pushing up. So I'm coming from a diagonal. So I'm not in a horizontal line here. I've got an angle that my knee is actually coming in front, an angle away from my chest. And so is my arm. Pushing out through the glutes slightly, pushing the hips, push, push, push the hips away from the ground to feel this whole activation. Shift a little bit to feel it a bit more. And like that side, on that side feels a little bit more challenging This side feels a little bit easier. So you may have that too. Moving for 3, 2, and 1. Take it down. All right, next round, we're just gonna switch right into it there. So we took a good amount of break with that explanation. So find that position, pushing up in 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna find that angle where I feel that activation. So allowing yourself to explore, like shifting the weight a little bit more onto the knee. Maybe you're coming a little bit more onto the hand. Maybe you're really elongating. Maybe you come over and add a little bit more stability in by adding an arm up here. Right? Bringing your center of balance out a little bit more so you're challenging. Going for 3, 2, and 1. Taking it down, switching sides. Going straight into the other side. Pushing up, 3, 2, 1. So finding that adjustment. I'm gonna take that arm over just to challenge the balance and stability a little bit more. This side always feels a little bit like I'm trying to find the activation. Maybe I'm gonna shift a little bit more forward on my knee. I'm gonna put my hips out, open them up a little bit more towards the sky. Pushing yourself away from the ground, that meaty part of the hand. Three, 2, and 1. Taking it down. And now we have my favorite part. Coming out of the ground. We're gonna lie down doing some dead bugs. These ones are great. So I want you to take arms to the side, spine and all the way down to your glutes are on the ground. We're gonna take the knees up. The shins are parallel with the ceiling. Again, just like we did the bird dog, this time we're gonna be doing opposing arm to leg as well. So left leg comes out and extends, right arm comes above the head. So just like this, big squeeze, coming in, switching sides. This one's nice and gentle, but still challenging that coordination. All right, firing off those neurons to help the body make new connections and stabilizing through those muscles. Join in with me. We're gonna do this one until failure. So anytime you need to take a break, you can. Squeezing at the top. When you got that extension going. Making sure too that you have the least amount of curve here in that back if you can. So making sure that that back is touching that ground, so that when you're extending, you need to really activate that core. And maybe speed it up a little bit. Oh wait, no, coordination's getting off. Recenter, recenter. There we go. Making our brains work, making our bodies work. This is a great one too if you struggle with coordination. You can try speeding it up to challenge yourself there. Give me 3, give me 2, and give me 1. All right, last but not least, you don't have to add it in there because it's such an amazing movement. We're gonna do glute bridges, taking those feet, putting them on the ground, and they're gonna be about hip width, maybe a little bit wider. Toes are pointed forward. We're gonna take the hips up towards the ground, squeezing through the glute, squeezing through that internal abdomen area. Here we go. This one, we're definitely gonna do till failure. We're gonna go for 3, 2, and 1. Taking it up. Neck is, chin is tucked into that chest. Squeezing through those glutes, coming down, sucking the belly in towards the rib cage, in towards the spine. This one we're going into failure. So that means you're gonna push yourself until maybe your glutes, your hamstrings, your legs, your core will say no more. You want to challenge yourself here. Maybe this one's too easy. Maybe you're feeling extra charged today. You can take it on one leg, coming up, but really focusing on that core. You're going to be feeling it extra in that leg there. So I'm really connecting into this area, this sacral area, this solar plexus area. As I come down, I feel it kind of coming down in. And as I come up, I'm letting my glutes support myself. Also knowing that the back side and the front side work together. So this is strong, this is helping this stabilize, and vice versa. Strong glutes help with the core, help with the back. Doing a couple more. 3, 2, and 1. Coming on down, rolling up gracefully, coming into a seated position. I want to take y'all into a gentle meditation now. If you feel called to share with, join me, you can. So coming into a seated position, I want you to tap into the sensations of your body. Find your breath. Now we're going to be focusing in on that sacral and that solar plexus area of the body. So right below the belly button and right above it. The area where we carry our creativity, our sensuality, our sexuality, our confidence. Body are in coherence and grateful for this movement today. With each breath, those lights in your abdominal area and your core area grow brighter and more cleansing and more empowering. getting back into your surroundings. I hope everyone had a beautiful practice. I look forward to our next one, and I know that we're going to be going through the holidays, so I hope everyone has beautiful holidays, and I will see you next Tuesday. As always, if you have any suggestions for any type of movement that you want to get in, I would love to curate something especially for you and show up for you on these live workouts. If you want to, you can follow and subscribe to my YouTube, where I will be posting these weekly as well, sending out a beautiful email with more beautiful, juicy insights to the workouts and why they're important, and also giving you a exact breakdown of the workout as well. So if you're interested in that, you can go into the link in my bio, and my website will be there. You can subscribe to my emails and to my YouTube, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.